Hello everyone, today we will study mean precipitation methods. So actually what happens when a rain gauge is installed in a catchment. So let's say this is a catchment and I have installed few rain gauges over here. So as you all know, the rain gauges measures precipitation. So the precipitation measured by the rain gauge gives point sampling. Or we can say it measures what? Point rainfall. As this rain gauge gives the measurement of precipitation around this particular point only and not over the entire catchment area. So for hydrological analysis, we don't want this point rainfall. What we want is average rainfall over the entire catchment. So to get this average rainfall, we use three methods. The first one is arithmetic mean method. The next one is Thiessen mean method, and the next one is iso-Hydrology method. So in this lecture we will be covering these two methods, and the iso-Hydrology method we will cover in the next lecture. So arithmetic mean method. So this method is generally used where rainfall recorded at various stations does not show much variations. So when it is not showing much variations, at that point of time, what you can do, your point rainfall is the rainfall recorded at the particular rain gauge, can be taken as the average rainfall over the entire catchment area, since it is not showing much variations. So in this case, your P bar, that is your mean precipitation, is given by P1. Let's say this P1 is the rainfall recorded at station 1, then P2 rainfall recorded at station 2, then P3 rainfall recorded at station 3, like this till Pn divided by n, where n is your total number of rain gauge stations installed in a particular catchment area for recording the precipitation. So this is how you calculate the mean precipitation using arithmetic mean method, but this method is rarely used as point rainfall in real life situation does not give the average rainfall, because it shows variation, rain gauges show variations among them. So the next method comes as Thiessen Polygon method. So in this method what happens? The rainfall recorded at each station is given a weightage on the basis of area close to the station. So let's say I have this catchment, a square catchment, and I have installed rain gauge here, rain gauge here, rain gauge here, rain gauge here, at the corners and one rain gauge in the center. So how will I calculate the average precipitation in this catchment area? So what I will do, I will connect all these rain gauge. What we do generally in Thiessen Polygon method, if suppose these are the rain gauge installed, so we form a network of triangles. We will connect all the rain gauge via forming a network of triangles, right. Then what do? We take the perpendicular bisector from each side. So this is the perpendicular bisector, this is the perpendicular bisector, this is the perpendicular bisector of this side, likewise this side, perpendicular bisector this side, perpendicular bisector this side. So what happens? Supposingly this is G1, this is G2, this is G3, this is G4 and this is G5. The rain gauge installed at particular stations. And let us say this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, right. So area for G1. Now these all, as you can see, are the polygons, right, enclosing particular stations. So G1 AB is enclosing this G1 station. Similarly, this one A, G, AD, G2 is enclosing your G2 station, right. So for area for G1 is AG1B. Similarly, for G2, your area will be what? For G2, your area will be your area will be AG2D. For G3, your area will be CD G3, and for G4 your area will be BG4C, and for G5 your area will be what? A, B, C, D, right. This is the enclosed polygon for your rain gauge station G5. Now what happens here? What do? You list down the station, you list down the area enclosed, you list down the weightage, right, weightage. So let us say at station G1 your area was AG1B and your entire area is, let us say, capital A, and you tell this as A1. So this will be what? Your A1 by A. Similarly for G2 your area will be, let whatever the area it is, then A2 by A. So this is the weightage given, and P bar is calculated how? P1 A1. So this P1, the rainfall recorded at G1, and A1 is the area enclosing the G1 station. Then P2 A2 plus P3 A3 plus P4 A4. In this case it will be till and plus P5 A5 and total capital A, right. So this will be giving you P bar, that is the mean precipitation method. Now the rainfall recorded or the average precipitation recorded through or calculated through Thiessen Polygon method is superior to arithmetic mean method. And this method also uses the rain gauge readings that are installed outside the catchment area. Outside the catchment area. So they use the reading of all those rain gauges also very effectively. And once you have formed the network of triangles and polygons, then calculation here in Thiessen Polygon method becomes very easy. Calculation becomes easy. Okay. Now we shall see one question. This was the question asked in GATE 2017. A catchment is idealized as a 25 kilometer cross 25 kilometer square. It has 5 rain gauges, right? You can see it has 5 rain gauges over here. This is your G1, this is your G2. One at each corner and one at the center as shown in the figure. During a month, the precipitation at these gauges is measured as G1 equal to 300 mm, G2 equal to 285 mm, G3 is equal to 272 mm, G4 is equal to 290 and G5 is equal to 288. Now, the average precipitation over the entire catchment during this month by using Thiessen Polygon method will be what? So, you need to calculate the P bar. So, how you will solve it? You know how to solve it now. So, we will draw one. So, it has already been given that at the corner the rain gauges is installed and one at the center. So, what you will do? You will form a network of triangles first, connecting all the rain gauges stations. So, this you have formed the network of triangles. Next what you will do? You will draw the perpendicular bisector, bisecting each of the side of your catchment. Now, what you will do? This is G1, this is G2, this is G3 and this is G4, right? And you will name it as A, B, you will name it as A, B, C and D. So, for G1 your area enclosed will be A G1B and for G2 your area enclosed will be B G2C. For G3 your area enclosed will be C G3D and for G4 your area enclosed will be D G4A. Moving in the clockwise direction and naming it accordingly in the clockwise direction only. And your G and your G5 will be what? A, B, C, D. Now, we will calculate the area. So, how you will calculate the area? Let us say we have taken one section. So, let us say this is G1 installed, this is B and this is A. Now, you know that in the question it is given that the square is 25 cross 25. So, this will be 25 by 2 and this will be 25 by 2, right? Agreed or not? Okay. Then this is a right angle triangle. So, your AB will be what? 25 by 2 into root 2 kilometer, right. So, this is your AB. Now, or AB you can write it as 17.67 kilometer, okay. So, now if you want to calculate the area, so this is the AB you got and area of ABCD will be what? Now, since this area of ABCD, as you can see from the figure, this ABCD, A, B, C, D, I may not have drawn it properly, but this area of ABCD, it will be a square, right? Definitely it has to be a square. And we know the side also, the length of each side is what? 25 by 2 root 2 or this, the length of this side is 17.67 and since this is a square, so all sides will be equal and your area for this will be coming out to be how much? 312.5 square kilometer. When you will calculate using 25 by 2, 25 by 2 root 2 into 25 by 2 into root 2, this is the area, then you will get the value as 312.5 square kilometer, right. Now, you know the area of the entire catchment. The area of this entire catchment is already given, 25 cross 25 square kilometer. So this will be equal to how much? 625 square kilometer, and you have got the area for this triangle also. We have calculated, right? A, B, C, D. So this is equal to 312.5 square kilometer. Now you need to calculate these areas, these areas, these areas, this area and this area. So how you will calculate? 625 minus 312.5 divided by 4. This will give you how much? The area, it will be 78.125 square kilometer, and this will be the area for what? For this will be area for A G1B equal to B G2C equal to C G3D equal to D G4A, and this will be equal to 78.125 square kilometer. Now you will calculate P bar. P bar is equal to P1 A1 plus P2 A2 plus P3 A3 plus P4 A4 plus P5 A5 divided by whole A, right. So here P1 is given as 300 mm, P2 is given as 285, P3 is given as 272 plus P4 is given as 290. This whole divided by into 78.125 plus the P5. P5 is given as how much? It is given as 288. Area A5, it is given as 312.5. This divided by, you have got the whole area, that is 25 cross 25, and it gives 625. So your mean precipitation method, your mean precipitation will be coming out as 287.375 mm. So this is how you calculate your mean precipitation using Thiessen Polygon mean method. Thank you.